we've just left off Nets having a snog in the elevator. James Nets.
Nets.
Was that his
James.
first name? Oh yeah, James Nets. I remember.
Wait, what are you talking about? You remember? His name is Thomas.
He's talking about James Bond.
Your name's Thomas?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm wrong too.
Thomas.
Oh, retarded.
Thomas Bylar with his nickname
Thomas
Nets
is
because he was good at catching stuff.
And we used the new variant rules for the diplomacy system, and they came off quite well. I think a little bit more practice. Basically, the idea is to add more bonuses and negatives based upon what players actually say they're doing. So it becomes much more of a role-play based thing. And we'll experiment with doing that and visually representing those bonuses and negatives. But in this particular situation, or sort of as we go on through the day, can Bomber please roll me a spot check?
Sure.
15.
Does
Okay,
that mean he
so-
sees people making phallic gestures at him?
Oh no. What's your spot in total with your bonuses?
I
modifiers?
don't actually have spot among my things.
Okay, so add your wisdom to your modifier, wisdom to your dice then.
So it's 14.
14. So basically, about sort of like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, coming up towards the end of the day, you see someone near your little pallet jack, your little ride-on pallet jack, as you're signing off for something that you've dropped off somewhere. You see someone walk up to your little pallet jack and fiddle about for a second and walk away again. Coming back to your pallet jack, you have a little bit of an examine and you find a piece of paper pinned to your pallet, or sort of tacked to your pallet jack. And you open the piece of paper, and the piece of paper simply says, shower 4 o'clock, question mark.
Oh no.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'll do it.
Okay, so that happened around 3 o'clock. So you've got an hour to sort of build yourself up to this.
Yep, it's
Do you
fine.
want to get some assistance for this? Get Toad and
What? How am I supposed to
I'm
assist?
doing this. I have everything I need. I'll be fine.
Oh man.
You sure? I mean, Snarbly Wolf has an axe.
Oh, we got this. We got this. I'm golden.
What?
All right.
Yep.
It's a funeral.
Someone's just asked you to join him in the shower. I've got an axe if that helps you.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm gonna accept the invitation.
Okay,
All right,
so
it's your funeral.
in
Okay.
the meantime, what is Snarby Wolf up to?
Well, I'm just continuously working. That's it.
Okay, so Snarby Wolf is moving Ferricite back and forth. Could you roll a fortitude save for me, please, Mr. Snarby Wolf?
Oh no, looks like I fucked up.
No, you didn't fuck up.
Well, let's hope I don't fuck up too bad.
11.
11.
Okay, so you have no particular effect from carrying radioactive material backwards and forwards all day.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
That's
that.
fantastic. News.
You're
What, they
carrying
didn't give me any
radioactive.
sort of protective suit or something?
Dude,
No, they
you're,
just give you backpacks full of radioactive material.
you're a strong guy with a wood mask who can't read. They're like, here, carry this crap for us.
They're assuming there's not much more damage they could already do than what's been done. Like,
So, your Snarby Wolf is dedicatedly transporting Ferricite and whatever is coming down from floor 4 to the locked cage at the back of the
actually,
warehouse.
Who else is transporting the Ferricite? Anyone else in like some sort of like protective suit or something?
Well, the person who was transporting the Ferricite previously has gone on to work in the warehouse. There aren't that many loads being transferred backwards and forwards. In fact, to be perfectly honest, this is probably, as far as like the job goes, perhaps one of the cushier jobs in the warehouse, because you don't have all that much to do. I mean, you help out moving stuff in the rest of the warehouse, but primarily your job is to like move a backpack's worth of stuff every hour or so. So you're not exactly sort of stressed beyond belief moving stuff. However, the person who's kind of left that particular duty doesn't seem particularly bothered by the fact they're doing more work than they were previously. Maybe something to do with the radiation.
Were they wearing like a radiation suit or something? Then?
Nope.
Oh, so they were in the same conditions as I was. All right.
Yes.
No, great. So anyway, that's Snarbly Wolf then.
Okay.
Unless something else
so
happens.
So we, well, the things to happen, like you guys have to do things basically. Like I'm you are here to investigate and try and find stuff.
I'm continuing working for my last hour, but as I'm working on things and I find myself in behind machinery, I am taking a moment of time to program the frequency I'm going to be using in the radios. So just as I'm snuck away, as I'm being more careful now, like I'm behind a piece of equipment and nobody cares. So like, oh, there's a dude fixing things because he's a fixer. And I'm just like, okay, boop, 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 radio.
Okie dokie. 50. Can you find your diplomacy and your bluff for me?
Bluff is 6, diplomacy is 6.
Okay, so you have bluff and diplomacy at +6 each. And your charisma is... what's your charisma?
My charisma, it is 2, +2.
Okie dokie.
1 second. All right, sorry, back. Just had to talk about a chair.
That's okay. Okay, so you arrive at the shower at 4 p.m. In the locker room, and you arrive at the showers to find a large, naked, mixed race gentleman, approximately 6'1" tall, in the
He's
showers.
Canadian, isn't he?
I am. I don't know what that effect it has, honestly.
In the showers with the shower on, having a shower, showering things, showers.
Yeah. How much heat is this guy packing? It's a valid question.
This person is packing the anatomical average for a person of Caucasian African American mixed race descent.
Damn it.
Do you want me to put a number on it?
I was hoping he was like an Asian Jew or something, like one of those like crossbreeds, so it'd be like tiny and
no. We're talking more, sort of like between 6 and 6.5 inches.
Okay, so an unpleasant experience. All right. I'm thinking, how much do I want to take for the team?
That depends. Are you willing to get information out of him?
Oh God!
I'm gonna ask him if he wants a bump of coke. Does he want a bump of coke?
This is worse than the midday discussion.
Does he want coke? Base coke. Does he want some?
Dude, in the shower where you're all like wet and manly, you want some cocaine to stick all over your wet manly self?
Nope. Just does he want cocaine?
So okay, so you've gone into the shower and you've asked this guy if he wants cocaine.
Yeah. You want
are you naked or are you still clothed?
I am getting naked as I approach. Oh no. I'm taking my shirt off. Let's see on that. I'm taking my shirt off and does he want some coke as I'm taking my shirt off?
Oh. This is a thing. This is a thing.
Right. Can you roll diplomacy for me?
Oh shit on a shingle.
Okay.
You got a 2.
What do you get?
A 2.
You're gonna get
2.
You're gonna get a plus. So you've got 2 plus 6, so 8, and you're gonna get a +2 on a little romance dice, shall we call it?
Wait, the big man is who asked him there?
Yes.
Oh, I was expecting it to be like some other like Mr. Bean type fellow who asked him there, and the big man is like just some straight dude taking a shower and then beats the crap out of him. That is totally what I was expecting.
That would have been even better.
Okay.
Oh.
So the big guy
Oh.
kind of looks at you, and he's slightly confused, but yeah, he agrees to take the space coke with you after a while. He explains that like he doesn't normally do stuff like this, but you know, like why not? It seems to be a day for things that he doesn't normally do. So he takes some space coke. Are you also taking space coke, 40?
I am. No, I'll say that I already did some pre. I just
Roll
had
a
some-
bluff check for me.
I just had some on break.
Roll a bluff check for me.
If I take any more, I will literally
Wow.
die.
Can I actually roll it? It does not.
I don't know, I like that +2.
Okay, hang on a sec. I have to actually get at the
Or
right.
that too.
God damn it. There you go. There you go.
13.
19 plus
Thank
2.
God.
21. So let's see what his sense motive is. His sense motive is +2. He gets a 15. Okay, so he believes that he believes believes that you've already taken some space coke. So he takes some space coke. I rolled his fortitude save for him. He got a fortitude save of 12. Space coke has a fortitude of 15. So he's now in an altered state of mind. And because he's in an altered state of mind, I'm actually going to give you another plus dice for drugging this guy.
Okay.
So
It's going right so far.
What the hell?
While I get changed, I'm gonna ask him what he does for work. What does he do in the what does he do? Does he know? Because he's stoned, he's loose, he's feeling good. Is he like a foreman? Like, what does he do? I want to know if I can get some leverage, as it were.
Okay, so fucking hell. Okay, so you're discussing with him like what does he do as a job? Like he's getting high on space cocaine.
And I'm stripping apparently because
And you're stripping and he's naked. Christ. And basically he explains to you that he's one of the guards working for the Drasny. And basically he's heard that you are not and he actually uses the words you're not conflicted about certain kinds of meetings at work.
Nope.
And what the fuck is going on here?
It's not gonna turn out how I wanted it to, but it will work out in the end, and I hate myself right now.
So he's basically he's a married man, and he's also not opposed to certain kinds of meeting at work, and yeah, he would be interested in having a shower with you.
Quick out of character, quick. So the data ripper I have, if I were to quickly jimmy his radio apart, hook it up, could I have it transmit something to a general, to anything? Can I have it transmit information? Could I have it transmit something to a recording device?
Wait, to a
Yes, but you
recording?
don't have a recording device set up.
Or to a head office, to some sort of, to an external anything.
You could have it transmit to an external device, but
Dude,
like,
it's a
there's no-
radio. It transmits to other devices.
I'm talking about the data ripper to I have it so it both signal, it transmits to the original frequency that it's going to, and then to another one and it's undisturbed. So the frequency, the quality isn't cut down, but it's being split basically. Is that possible?
You wouldn't be able to do that with the data ripper. No, you'd be
Okay.
able to record information off his radio, certainly.
Okay.
But
Okay, and it can do that remotely if I hook it up to his radio.
No, you'd need to hook up a radio into the same frequency that his radio's on. Basically, you'd need to do what Toad's been trying to do for a while now.
Okay, except I have an in. Shit. I'm gonna.
You'll have an in, and then you'll have an out, and then you'll have an in again.
No,
In
he'll
and out,
technically
in and out,
have
in and
the
out, in
in.
and out.
Is there any? So if I were to ask him, if I can set up a signal to my radio, so I can have two frequencies going to the same frequency. Is that possible at all?
No,
No, if I can patch
What?
one in, like patch
Like-
a frequency in on the radio.
Dude, there's a naked guy
I know.
standing in his shower.
I know. I'm
High
thinking.
as a fucking
I'm
kite.
thinking. I know. I'm thinking if I give him more coke, and then say I'll meet him in the shower, and I patch shit quickly, and then I go. I don't know if it's gonna end.
Okay, so
Shine.
wait. Let's break this down into steps. Are
Okay.
you going to try and give him more coke?
As I'm getting changed, I'm asking him. I'm gonna ask him where what he does on guard. Like, is he like guarding the main floors? Like, what does he guard? He's a guard. What does he guard?
He
As I'm
explains
getting
that
changed.
he guards the offices up on the upper floors. He guards several of the Drasny sort of representatives that work at the factory, and he's also responsible for guarding any visiting VIPs. He's one of the upper enforcer guards.
I'm gonna ask him if he wants another bump, and I'm gonna take a bump.
Okay, so roll a fortitude save for me, and also roll a diplomacy.
All right.
So your fortitude save.
Oh shit.
Okay, so your fortitude was 11.
Yep.
And
17.
oh, your diplomacy is
Or 20, I
17.
guess.
Yep.
Or,
Yeah. 20 including your bonuses. So
Yeah.
he's okay. So he's
Okay.
moving along towards being positive. He agrees to take another bump of coke with you, and he takes. And again, he fails his fortitude save. So yeah, so he's failed his fortitude save twice from his
Okay.
coke. So he's starting to get like majorly affected by this.
Yeah. 1 second.
He's.
Alright.
So right in the middle of the shower scene, 50 has to take off.
No, I had to be thanked for dinner. It was that good. I had to be thanked like 15 times.
So 50 has given this guy 2 bumps of coke. He's starting to become slightly incoherent.
Dude, if you give him like another bump of coke, you probably can't get it up anymore, and you'll be out.
So
You would have killed a man.
That too.
well, let's put it like this: like each time he is failing his fortitude save against a bump of coke, he's basically just as 50 will now. He's basically losing 2 off each of his stats temporarily, apart from his strength, which is going up by 2. So technically, you could like he'll pass out, like, because every time he loses 2 constitution, he's losing his level worth of health. If you manage to get him to fail 2 more fortitude saves, he technically would pass out, and then you could just inject him full of the stuff and kill him.
I don't want to kill anybody. So he's house
That's the
stoned.
first time that you've ever said that.
So
Alright,
he's
How stoned is he?
pretty stoned. He's pretty stoned.
He's like
he's
out of it.
Yeah,
Like-
he's out of it. To be perfectly honest, like he's reached the point now. Like his intelligence has dropped. I mean, his intelligence was 8 to start with. It's dropped by 4. His intelligence is now 4. He's basically at the point of after a night of kidding, sort of kind of like he's not necessarily fully compass mentis of even where he is anymore.
Okay.
He's horny.
I'm gonna
But
take him into the shower. Just wait, it doesn't get gay. I'm gonna okay, it slightly gets gay, but it's not gay. I'm gonna take his hand and hold it under the hot water for a second, and I'm just gonna say soothing words, and I'm gonna get him to start jerking himself off once his hand is too hot, and then I'm gonna leave. That way he thinks it's me, while he's stoned, and when he comes to me, he's like, "Oh my god, that guy's fantastic! I love this dude."
Okay,
And I
roll a
haven't
bluff
been.
check for me.
What the hell?
Yes!
15.
Come on. 15 plus my bonus, plus his perception of me.
Okay, and you're gonna get basically that's the perception of you is going to be slightly countered by the fact that yeah, you're trying something pretty kind of
Shady.
well, dramatically kind of difficult to do. Like you're trying to
Yeah.
convince someone that him jerking off is him having sex with someone. But
Okay.
surprise, surprise, like all things considered, he actually like your bluff actually succeeds. and you leave a large mixed race gentleman jerking off in the shower.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and just sit on the toilet for 15, 5, 10, an hour. I just want to figure out what I'm doing with my life and how much this job is worth to me. I'm just gonna go sit for a minute and shit out these drugs. Can I end my turn on that? Just shitting
Yep.
out these drugs and
Yep.
sad.
Like there's so many things like you could have stolen his ID card, you could have rigged his radio, you could have pinched his stuff. No, you're just gonna walk away and just gonna go and just like stone out on the toilet seat. That's fine.
But
You're like, hey, I found out
stoned.
he's a higher up security guy. Let's jerk him off and leave.
He's massively stoned and he thinks the world of me, which means now I have his trust, which means more things that are going to be less dangerous for me and you guys. He took one for the team. I did nothing. I'm so excited that I'm not dead.
Oh.
Oh, I'm having trouble breathing.
My face is red.
Dude, I won that diplomacy bullshit though. I beat that friggin'. Come on.
But you didn't
I'm
do anything
so-
with it. All you did
Yeah,
was just
like,
make him jack off.
All
and
you
leave.
did was
I
jack
know.
off a dude. It's like, I
Like,
won!
that's
I jacked off a
espionage.
dude!
That's just
No, I got him stoned. I earned his trust. I got stoned and I made him jerk himself off, thinking it was me. So I have an in into the corporate bullshit world of he's a guard on the upper floor. I can get him to take me up there. I inject him.
Since
with
when you're
3
not his
grams-
lover, you're a shower
Since
fun
he-
time.
Since he
Stupid
plowed me
party
in the
trick.
shower.
That's not espionage.
Just wait, it's gonna get there. I play the long
So-
game, you whore.
So wait, just going back to our James Bond analogy before, we've got Nets, who is James Bond, who randomly pulls girls into elevators and makes out with them in exchange for not being basically shopped to the security guards. We then have Snarly Wolf, who is essentially Jaws, and we have Bomber, who is essentially Pussy Galore.
I hate you. Shit. You know, I wasn't expecting it to take this turn of events, and I'm like, shit, I don't know how to get out of this situation.
Oh,
You, and I'm like,
oh,
I don't know how. I didn't know how stoned he was. Like,
oh.
I've been shithoused, but I've never thought that jerking off is having sex with somebody. So I'm taking it as my worst sort of thing, and kind of transferring that over.
Okay.
I was wrong, apparently.
Alrighty then.
I'm
Yeah,
sad. now.
let's just stop that and figure out what Snarly Wolf is doing.
So moving on.
You know, this episode's just going to be called The Shower Scene, right?
The shit house.
The shower.
Oh god, the shower. No, please.
All
Yes,
the showers.
oh.
So Vagabond, what was it you wanted to talk about?
Well, yeah, I just wanted to move on.
Yeah.
Like, does the
let's
day
move on.
end or something, or?
Yep, this is coming to the end of your shift, and you guys can head home if you would desire. You can tell each
can
other
we just
about your
go
days.
home? You know, can we go to the liquor store first?
Technically,
I-
There's always shops open. So
Okay, I'm gonna go to the liquor store and the McDonald's equivalent.
okay.
Gonna
So
get
I'm gonna go get
yourself some more shady meat.
I'm gonna get
And
some more,
some
a bag of
food.
meat and a bag of booze.
And are you charging this to the card, or are you?
No,
or charging
this
to the
is
bar?
this is charged to the card. This is
Charged to
charged to
bar,
the
okay.
card.
In the name of work, I need booze.
In the name of work, I need a lot more booze.
The great thing is, like, I'm keeping a track of all the shit that you're charging to Balar.
Good.
Like, I have a big
Indeed.
document just full of, like, so far, the document of stuff charged to Balar reads 3 meals, 1 bottle of alcohol, 1 suit,
Keep all those
tailored,
alcohol in there.
1 illegal data ripper, 1 dictaphone, 3 days of audio storage devices, and 3 units of alcohol.
Okay, and I want to I want to go to the electronics store, and I want the equivalent of, I guess, a week's worth of a recording.
Okay, so you're going to grab another
I'll
set
go.
of data recording, and you're going to charge this to Balar?
Yes, sir.
Where are we at now? Are we at the marketplace now? Or?
I'm by myself. I don't know. if
He's
you
in the
guys-
marketplace. Apparently,
I just wandered off,
he
just
wandered to
not
a
saying
marketplace.
Yeah, with this strange haunted look in his eye. You know?
I almost had to jerk off a tree. I'm not happy with my life. You know, guy was 4 inches long, 18 inches round. You know what I mean? It was terrifying for me.
Wait, 4 inches round and 18 inches. Oh,
Backwards. You got that backwards. He was a show.
never mind. I don't want to even
Yeah.
know. Okay.
Moving on.
Anyway, yes. Now that the place is being quieter, like I'm waiting to take an elevator by myself. When an elevator
Okay.
comes where I'm alone, while I'm in the elevator, now that I've got a reprogrammed radio, I am going to set said reprogrammed radio in the top of the lift, and with the transmit button going, and I just leave it there, and that's on my trip down the elevator. But I already had it
Okay.
programmed, so it's just like a quick drop it in the panel and done.
Okie dokie. So you squirrel a radio away into the elevators, and the end of the day comes, and Bomber sort of just like doesn't talk to you guys. He has a haunted look in his eye, heads off to the market to go and buy alcohol for himself, and you two can head home or go and do bits and pieces before you go to work. As you are getting onto the maglev, there is a little bit of kind of chatter going on amongst your work colleagues, and apparently on the Holowave, which is the spaceborne television networks, basically, there is a shock roller tournament starting soon.
What?
Shock roller is a sport in this universe. It is played in low gravity, and it's played in basically a giant cube of kind of like scaffolding that's in low gravity, and it's played with people moving around the scaffolding using handheld hooks and foot-mounted hooks, and they move extremely fast in low gravity, being able to pull off all sorts of interesting stunts and things. And the objective is to throw a disc with a hole through the center through your opponent's goal.
So, a mixture between the game from Battlestar Galactica, the original series, and Ender's Game?
Similar, yeah.
Huh.
Um,
Cool.
I
I would totally play that.
the origin of it is back when space travel first started, when the corporations were a lot more piratical with each other. It was not uncommon for sort of spaceborne combat to come down to person-to-person fighting on the surface of ships.
Mhm.
And that was often done with people climbing around on the exterior of ships using magnetic tethers and hooks, and they would fight person to person and break into ships and fight in the ships themselves. And these ships wouldn't have gravity plating because this was the early stages of space transportation. So it was fighting in low gravity in spacesuits. Some of the shock roller competitions are fought in zero gravity, zero oxygen. And it's not been unheard of for someone to take a shock ball, one of these discs with holes in that you can hook with your hooks to the faceplate and have the faceplate shatter. Deaths are not unheard of. You've had people with crushed throats and things. They're not massively common, but I'd say they're probably about as common as severe injury or death during boxing in the modern world. And it's considered to be a very physically demanding and intense sport. The rounds or the sport consists of 4 quarters, each one roughly about 3 minutes long, and it's not uncommon for teams to have to cycle players out every quarter because of injury.
I'm imagining the movie from the 70s or 80s, I think, or something, where the people get killed like at least once a game with a ball. Please tell me you remember that.
Rollerball?
Yes. I'll link it in chat, but it was a movie in the 70s where basically somebody died every. What I'm imagining here.
Okay, I think you're cutting out too.
So, that sort of sport where there's this massive cube of cross-connecting poles suspended in space, and these 2 teams of 4 people competing to score goals in this low gravity or zero gravity environment. And apparently there's a tournament starting soon. There's a tournament starting soon over on the planet Cherok, or in the orbit of the planet Cherok, and they are transmitting it through the holowaves. So there's an awful lot of illicit betting and sort of competition and things going on about this. There's a lot of excited chatter. One guy sort of sitting on the train turns to Net and he goes, or sort of quite proudly declares that he's bet a month's worth of wages on the Ipton team, on the Ipton home team, to win their first 3 rounds.
Huh.
Well, I hope they could go good for you. And hey, you mind sharing the name of your bookie? Because I'd love to get in on some of this action.
Okay, so the bookie that is running an awful lot of the bets for this area of the slums is a gentleman called Chal. It's a shortened version of Charlie, literally Chal. It's a common shortening of Charles or Charlie in the sort of the current time period, and he runs a bookie out of the Maglev station in Drazni territory in the central slums.
Okay. Chal, bookie for 0G games. Okay. So I found myself a bookie. Cool. And we're on the tube right now, right?
Yep.
Damn it, I wasn't perceptive when we got on the tube. I guess I really didn't have a chance to say anything while we're getting on the tube.
Why? What are you looking for?
I'm just looking to see if I perceived Amanda getting on the tube with us.
Okay, roll a spot check for me.
Okay. And it's called Shock Ball? Shock
roller.
Shock roller.
Yep.
I got a 2.
You've got a 2. You have no idea where Amanda is.
At least somebody got laid.
Okay, I'm gonna start asking around if anybody's seen Amanda. Just
Ask around
frantically.
if anybody knows where Amanda is.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you know if Amanda takes this tube? Hey, dude, does Amanda take this tube? Hey, man, over there. Have you noticed ever Amanda taking this tube?
That's not obsessive stalkery at all.
No, that's not obsessive stalkery at all. Yonk. We have an 85. So the higher you get, usually the more positive it is. So let's say that you do manage to find someone from the same factory as you, someone who knows who Amanda is. Most people look at you like you're fucking barking. Several people leave the carriage you're in. in
Okay.
concern that there's this fucking barking person running around asking for Amanda. But you eventually find someone who knows who Amanda is, and he indicates that she does indeed take this tube, and she usually is in carriage 3.
I'm going to now leisurely saunter my way over to carriage 3.
Okay, so you head over to carriage 3. Amanda is sitting in one of the corner seats by herself.
So shock roll?
Shock roller.
Shock rolla. Shock rolla or rolla?
Roller.
Rolla.
Named after the kind of the name of the people who used to board ships. They were called shock troopers or shock soldiers, but they got the nickname rollers because if they mishooked when they went after a ship, they would roll along the side of the ship and either float off into space or get burnt up in the back jet of the spaceship's engines.
Ah, lovely. Is there a seat beside Amanda, or is she, like, stuck on an
There is
inside
a
seat?
seat beside her.
Ah, okay. So I just plumped
Leave a seat
myself
beside
down in the seat beside Amanda. And what is her response? As I just sit beside her.
She's got a set of headphones in, and she looks over at you, and she kind of looks you up and down and rolls her eyes, and she says, "We might not be in work, but you're still not kissing me again."
Okay, so she can hear me through the headphones, though, eh?
You have no idea.
Awesome!
Ask her to sit on your face. She seems to be a straightforward kind of girl. She might take that up as a, actual offer.
Wondering if you're into the Shock Rolla game tonight. Or interested in the Shock Rolla game tonight.
So, question to our other 2 players, Vagabond and 50.
You're gonna let
Do I
them
be
decide
nice?
my fate?
Do I be nice or do I be an asshole?
Oh, please be an asshole. I already saw one today. He needs to actually deal with one.
That depends on what your response is. If it's a bad response, if it's a bad response, be an asshole. If it's a good response, then be a nice guy.
Okay. That seems like a reasonably fair thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so she kind of pulls one of her earphones out and asks you to repeat what you said.
Wondering if you're interested in the Shock Rolla game tonight.
She looks at you for a bit.
Girl?
She looks at you for a bit and she goes, "Yeah, I like watching Shock Roller. What did you have in mind?"
Well, unfortunately, I'm living with a couple other people right now, so I was wondering if you know a bar or a establishment we can go watch this tournament in, or whether you might know of some other amenities where we might enjoy the game.
Okay, so basically you're kind of asking her like to go to the bar with you basically and watch Shock Roller.
Mm-hmm. Well, if she knows of a bar or whether we should head back to hers.
Come on, go over onto the minus. Come on. This dice does not want to go onto a minus. Damn you!
It's the fate dice. They're saying I should get a positive out of this.
They are indeed saying you should get a positive result. Yay, there we go. So we have the embarrassment negative and the affection positive going on. You've asked her out to the bar to watch Shock Roller, or if she has any ideas of where to go to watch Shock Roller, roll a diplomacy for me.
I just put it to a lighter blue so that we can actually see the negative.
Okie dokie.
I have to beat a 12. And I get a 5 plus a 2. So I got a 7.
Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you lose. Like, it depends on like what she was rolling with. You might not have necessarily had to beat that. Basically, what's happened there is that she's basically sort of taken control of this particular conversation, and she's going to say that she'll take you to a bar to watch Shock Roller, but you have to do something for her in return.
Ah, now this is getting interesting.
Is that what you say?
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
That's exactly what your character says.
Just
God.
stay straightforward with her, because apparently that's the type of gal she is.
Yep, she is indeed a straightforward person. So she looks you up and down, and she looks around the sort of car that you're in, and there's not too many people nearby. And she leans across and she wraps an arm around your arm and she rests her head on your shoulder. And then she says to you in a quiet voice that she wants a meeting with Balar.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
She wants a meeting with Balar.
She wants to join the Balar.
She wants a meeting with Balar.
Oh.
Hmm.
Meeting, joining, better be the same thing here.
Oh my god, you whole.
So, what do you
I'm
do,
just
Joe?
dude hand job and gay guys. You're the one getting shit done, apparently. Damn it. I'm actually kind of salty, honestly.
That's interesting. And I say this kind of as a undertone as she's resting her head on me. So if they just kind of tilt my head over to touch her, it's like, that's interesting. My roommate may know a guy. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. So Toad has got himself a date.
I'm so salty.
Hey, you had a date too.
Yours was more exciting than mine. I'm just gonna go watch a sporting game. You got some nudity.
You got like full on like sexual conduct going on there.
I actually
Toad,
didn't
you'll
make
get
any
some, you'll
contact.
get some
I
nudity
did not make
eventually.
any contact.
You took
It
a
was
guy's
just-
hand and made him jerk himself off.
I started him on the way, and then he just took over.
You do not realize how tempted I was for you to make a reflex save to avoid getting stuff on yourself.
Yo, you cut out my headset. That's not shit.
It's better off you not knowing until we end this episode. Let's continue on.
Okay. Okay.
So, you have indicated that the roommate of yours, having already told her that you live with some guys, you've indicated that roommate of yours might know someone in Balar, and you've got yourself a date to go and watch Shock Roll together. Meanwhile, Bomber is getting himself blind drunk, and Snobby Wolf is...
He's left work and went home.
Is he
Snobby
drinking with
Wolf
me?
hole.
Is he eating the rotten meat in the fridge? What's this jackass doing? Come on, dude.
What's this jackass doing? He's planning what his next day is going to be. So he's already spent about 2 days acting completely natural.
I've got
So the third day might as well start with some action.
Okay.
so yeah, I've got my alarm set for 6. I'm just gonna drink until I fall asleep and wake up with a retarded hangover.
Okay, can you roll me 2 fortitude saves then?
Oh, 2. I hate you.
Hey, you drinking till you pass out, dude. It's not my fault.
True.
An 8
13.
and a 16.
Oh, nice.
So 8 plus 5 is 13, and 16 plus 5 is 21. 5 being his fortitude bonus. So basically, as you drink yourself into unconsciousness, you're going to experience certain negative effects. So the temporary effect that you can record on one of your cards for me is you are going to get a -3 to your fortitude save. So -3 fort, and you're also going to be nauseous for the next 2 days.
2 days.
Yay,
Wow.
hangovers. Yep, he drank
Next-
himself into unconsciousness.
3, 4.
Alright.
I mean, shit. If I'm only nauseous for 2 days, that's not bad. I've been worse in real life. Shit. We're golden.
So,
Alrighty.
yeah, don't get poisoned anytime soon. Don't eat any more suspicious meat.
-3 to your fortitude.
I'm gonna try to not eat any meat at all.
Unless you cook it.
Just so we're clear. I'm not eating any meat ever anymore.
Are you sure? Because it came close to that in the shower.
I'm full on vegetarian right now. I'm a vegetarian now. I've had enough meat for a long time.
So, how long have we been going for, Toad?
Oh, this is now 52 minutes, so I think we're another.
Shall we call it there then
episode.
and say that we shall be? I will do a quick sort of like recap of this session, and shall we call the session there today?
That would be
Okay.
perfect. Yeah.
So this session started with their first day at work. The first day at work ticked along quite pleasantly, with Bomber making a few friends, Nets making an absolute arse of himself, and Snarbly Wolf working at his job diligently and well. Nets came up with this idea of rigging up radios, but in the first day it didn't work out particularly well. On the second day, Nets got caught trying to rig up radios and actually went all James Bond and managed to get himself out of it by snogging the girl who caught him. Meanwhile, Bomber
Snogging is
and
kissing for you white people who are not from the UK.
England, yeah, for people not from England, snogging is passionate kissing.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
And,
snuffing her. We snogged her.
Yeah, it
Snogging,
was just I felt that necessary because not everyone speaks British
English. And Snarbly Wolf and Bomber had a liaison in the showers, which caused some interesting little rumours to circulate. Snarbly Wolf got trusted with transporting the radioactive material, if that's what you could call it, backwards and forwards from the storage room to the elevators. And Bomber got propositioned by a security guard. Bomber then got high with the security guard in the shower room, and disturbing stuff ensued. And
none of which actually gay.
Yep.
Just so
And
clear.
Nets rigged up one of his radios in the elevators to spy on people in the elevators, and in the meantime managed to get himself a date with Amanda, who is his senior at the job. And not only did he manage to get himself a date with her, she apparently is interested in his connections with Balar.
Interested in connections with Balar. Nothing's really pointing to me yet. Or is it?
True. Well, she asked you about getting her a meeting with Balar, so she obviously thinks you have some kind of connection with Balar. Bearing in mind that going back to the first session, when you were in the market and you were talking to the Drazni enforcer, you said that you were going to start working for him, and also talked to the Balar guards and said that you just had a meeting with the Balar. You're not exactly subtle.
That I am not. True enough.
So, we finish with the sports tournament going on tonight, and with Amanda off on a date with Dearest Nets, with Bomber drinking himself into a stupor and suffering from a massive hangover tomorrow, and with Snarbly Wolf settling down and preparing to make his move tomorrow. And we will call the session there, guys, and I will see you and I will see the viewers next episode.
See ya.
Later,
Yeah,
guys.
that's a good place to end.